What's up, YouTubers? Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Follow the Money. And we are following the stimulus relief bill. Today, we are going to talk about exactly line for line what's involved in the COVID-19 relief package, who's getting paid besides, individual Americans receiving the stimulus checks, what corporations and what programs are being funded that could help us in our day-to-day lives and local small businesses as well. Okay, you guys? So let's get started. The very first thing we're going to talk about, obviously, is the $600 direct payment checks for every adult and child earning up to $75,000. Individuals earning between $75,000 and $87,000 would get smaller checks, and the benefit cuts out entirely for individuals earning over $87,000 a year in income. Now, make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe if you find this information valuable, by the way. And if you're one of the unfortunate individuals who did not receive their stimulus checks yet, we have you covered here on Follow the Money. I have about 7 or 8 videos on what's going on with the stimulus check delays, how you're being affected, and most importantly, what to do about it. And I do an update video of that daily. So make sure you guys check out the other videos here on my channel. Now let's continue with this relief bill. The second biggest thing besides the direct payments to individuals is the unemployment benefits. Lawmakers agreed to extend enhanced unemployment benefits for jobless workers who will receive up to $300 per week through mid-March. Self-employed people and gig workers will also receive extended assistance, which is very nice. And again, this is up until mid-March. So this relief doesn't last very long. It'll be mid-March in like 2 weeks as time as fast as going for me. Don't know about y'all, but it's going pretty fast over here. The third thing here for individual benefits is rental assistance. It is very unfortunate that millions of Americans are, far behind, months behind on their rent and are facing eviction. But the rental assistance measure on the bill here includes $25 billion to help families pay their rent and extend the eviction moratorium now in effect until January 31st, which is awesome. Okay, guys. The other thing that we have here is the SNAP assistance. The measure, which includes an additional $13 billion for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Okay, that is food stamps, so the SNAP assistance, so that is also going to be providing an additional $13 billion, you guys, okay? Small business help, PPP loans. The agreement includes some $284 billion for Paycheck Protection Program loans. Democrats say that expanding eligibility for the loans to include nonprofit and local newspapers along with TV and radio stations. So also, $15 billion would be reserved for live venues, independent movie theaters. I kind of miss the movie theaters, don't you guys? I do. And cultural institutions, which have been struggling due to pandemic forced closures. Child care centers. The measure includes $10 billion for child care centers to help providers safely reopen. Here in Minnesota, where I am at, things are slowly starting to reopen, and child care centers are as well. And these people have been out of business for almost a year, and they definitely could use these PPP loans. Now, I can't necessarily say I agree with it in the form of a loan. I don't think it's fair when corporations are receiving, millions and billions in bailouts in grant form where they don't have to pay it back. These small, struggling businesses have to take out a loan and then repay it. Yeah, I'm going to go further into that on another video, but let's continue here. Another big one here, vaccine funding. The agreement includes some $68 billion to purchase and distribute COVID-19 vaccines and help states conduct testing. $20 billion of that funding will make the vaccine available at no cost for anybody needing it. So people who say the vaccines are free, no, it's not free. It's going in our debt surplus. The vaccines are not free. Okay. this bailout that we're giving in this COVID-19 relief bill is funding these vaccines corporations who make the vaccines. And that's where they're getting their money from the government. So it's not free. Even if they say free vaccines, we are paying for that. And this is going against our national debt. All right, so the other one here is broadband access. The measure contains $7 billion to increase access to broadband internet, including a new emergency broadband benefit that Democrats will say millions of students, families, and unemployed workers afford the broadband they need during the pandemic. So that's paying, broadband internet servicers like Comcast and Quest and all the other ones we have out here that they're giving this money from the government, and $7 billion is a lot of money, guys. Lawmakers also agreed to provide $45 billion in transportation-related assistance, including $16 billion for airlines to pay the salaries of workers and contractors, $14 billion for mass transit agencies, $10 billion for highways, and $1 billion for Amtrak. Okay, next on the list here for our COVID relief bill and where all the money went, we're following the money. Education. The measure contains $82 billion in funding for schools and universities to assist with reopening, including $2.75 billion for private K-12 education, including $2.75 billion for private K-12 education. So this is just not public funding school funding for public schools only. This is for private as well, even though $2.7 billion is a very small portion of the $82 billion total for education. Agriculture. There is a sum of $13 billion in the measure for farmers and agriculture, including money under the Coronavirus Food Assistance Program for growers and livestock, dairy, and poultry producers. $13 billion for our farmers. Okay. Medical bills. The measure also includes a provision in ending surprise medical bills. What does that mean? Republicans say patients would be required to receive a true and honest cost estimate 3 days before any scheduled procedure, and that billing dispute would be subject to arbitration. Interesting. I wonder what's going on with these medical bills where they had to put that in the bill. We're going to do more research on that and follow the money, because medical bills personally affect our pockets, right? All right, the next line that they have here on the relief bill, tax-deductible meals. So lawmakers also included a provision sought by Trump, making the cost of meals a deductible business expense. Okay, if you're going out for a lunch, I suppose, with a business partner or a client, why not, right? Also, there's millions of dollars going to museums, you guys. They didn't actually put this in this article that I'm reading, but I'm going to tell you exactly what is, who is being funded. Let's see. Let's take a look here. So the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security, which CARES Act is the acronym for, the United States Congress has unveiled the package, and I guess the Institute of Museum and Library Services, the National Endowment for Humanities, and the National Endowment of the Arts are going to get collectively over $200 million. Okay. And those are going to be in the form of grants, not loans. That's nice. Okay, so paycheck protection, we went over that. So for small businesses, they do have a loan here called Economic Injury Disaster Loans, EIDL, and the loan advances by SBA. By adding an extra $10 billion to the EIDL loan program and eliminating credit requirements, this loan program offers advances up to $10,000 to nonprofit organizations of 500 or less employees just 3 days after application approval. So that's fast loan money there if you're a smaller business with 500 or less employees and you need money now. Again, it is a loan, you guys. Pay attention. Small businesses are getting loans and corporations are getting huge grant bailouts. Okay, there's also a mid-sized business loan program. As a forthcoming initiative by the Treasury Department, this loan program aims to provide loans to qualifying institutions of 500 to 1,000 employees. There is also an incentive for employers to hold on to their employees if they're thinking about mass layoffs. The incentive is Employee Retention Payroll Tax Credit. If your museum doesn't qualify for the Paycheck Protection Program, this refundable tax credit could offer up to $5,000 for each payrolled employer per quarter. And to be eligible for this, certain criteria must be met, including an over 50% loss of revenue and a significant decrease in operations due to COVID-19. Okay. They did help Main Street Business Lending Program as well. So as far as lending goes, if the corporation didn't already get a grant bailout as an initiative by the Treasury Department, this loan would benefit them. It aims to provide $600 billion in loans to qualifying small and mid-sized institutions of 500 to 10,000 employees or whose annual revenue from 2019 was below $2.5 billion. So that's a lot of money there going to our museums, our nonprofits, our corporations, our small and mid-sized businesses as well. So I just want you guys to get an idea of what's all in that bill so that you know where your money is going. Unfollow the money. We want to provide you with these kind of detailed videos to give you a general idea of where the money is going and how that's going to affect you or someone you know. Again, if you find this video useful, please hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this. If you have some video ideas, comment in the comment section. I'll be happy to read your comments and consider your ideas. Have a great day. Bye.